All right. Hello. Welcome everyone. This is another Thursday, another live event by Supliful. And as you saw in our pre post before this live, is that we're gonna have a special guest today, and I'm super excited to invite today our product manager Alina. She's a jack of all trades, I would say. She understands every little detail about Supliful platform, how it works. Kind of has been literally implemented most of our help articles. So she's a very valuable member of the team. She is our first full-time team member. So she will join us right now on the live stream, and I will add her now.
Hello, everyone. Really happy to join the live stream. Thank you, Martin, for the really generous introduction.
Okay, I hope you heard it. I don't know if you hear it through the wall or did you hear it through the live session?
No, I'm here for the live session. It's all good.
All right, nice. Yeah, so welcome, Alina. So we're gonna walk through a couple of things. Would be great to learn, a bit about your background, how you started with Supliful. What do you think about being as a product manager and what that role entails? Kind of talk a bit about your greatest challenges, and we'll close off with some fire questions. Well, you just need to say what's on top of your mind. So these also interviews is a part of a series of just getting to know the team behind Supliful and then who are the real people doing things day to day to ensure that we work towards our mission of helping entrepreneurs and businesses to launch and operate scalable consumer brands effortlessly with one click. We're going to also stop at some points, answer some of your questions. Hope it's going to be as funny comments as we had the previous time. Jeremy, I see that you received samples and the labels are much better. Great. This is really great to hear. Again, this is why we are building Supliful, to making sure that all of your businesses thrive and become successful so that you can achieve your dreams. But all right, let's kick it off and yeah, Aline, maybe share a bit about your background, how you got into product management, what were you doing before, and kind of how even you started at Supliful.
Right. So for the last 10 years or so, I've been mostly working for various tech startups and mostly doing customer support work. Nevertheless, it gave me a great insight of how it is to work with startups, specifically tech startups. Uh, yeah, comparing to other company structures like corporate structures, it's a completely different world, completely different culture, and something where you have to evolve and adjust all the time. So I worked for a few startups, to name a few: is Ask.fm, Princify, Juro. But majority of my time I've spent in Princify, which gave me a great insight into the world of e-commerce and drop shipping. And thanks to that knowledge, one day I got a lucky call from Martin. She was actually almost 3 years ago. And yeah, he just told me, hey, our friend recommended us. We need a customer support person. Come work for us. And yeah, the rest is history. As I remember, our interview was really quick one. Basically, you and other co-founders, Richards and Rudolph, you explained me the concept of Supliful, and I was like, yeah, sold. I want to work here. I want to work with you guys.
Yeah, I remember vividly where we were sitting in the basement office that we previously had, and yeah, it wasn't a decision that we needed to think about for a long time, and it was great that you also joined us fast. Okay, but then as you mentioned, you kind of were into customer support roles mainly in these previous startups, or you also started as a customer support? Basically, you created the whole customer support infrastructure for Supliful in the back end, and also working as an agent in the early days. Um, but maybe explain how you transitioned into the role of product manager, what steps it took, and but maybe then go into a bit what a day for a product manager looks like at Supliful.
Right. Yeah. So correct. I started off as a customer support agent slash customer support manager, and kind of helped you guys build the whole customer support structure that we have right now. Once our team started growing and we had all the customer service processes established, yeah, I guess you guys, you felt that it's time for me to grow somewhere else as well. And I was really involved into a lot of decision making in terms of how we continue to develop our product. And yeah, I guess I was since I was the first full-time member, I was the person that knew practically everything that was going on. So I was just happy to use that knowledge into helping us develop even a better product moving forward. Yeah, so if talking about my day-to-day life, it's full of challenges, some really exciting ones. So basically, as a product manager, I serve as a bridge between our users and our tech team, also our stakeholders as well. So uh, I'm the person that manages and prioritizes all the tasks that need to be done in order for our product to grow and to develop into world-class service. So I need to hear all the ideas that our users have, that our stakeholders have, our other team members, and try to comply them in one roadmap to make sure we build efficiently, we build quickly, and we build with quality.
Yeah, thanks, Ollie, for the insights. I very vividly remember how you and me we had this conversation, and we were like, "What are you doing, like at Supliful? Like, what is what is my role?" And then I think at that point we kind of realized that okay, we need to really define your role and understand what are you going to do going forward. Because it was like, yeah, I'm doing everything, but at the same nothing, and but I think it was a good point when we decided to really define your role, and I think we went in the right direction. So I'm glad, I'm super happy about the outcome. You mentioned you were working on a lot of course, projects on a day-to-day basis. Since you are joining Supliful, what would you say has been the most challenging project that you have to implement thus far?
It's hard to say because of all those 3 years. It feels sometimes that it was a whole week packed of stuff. But yeah, in 3 years we built a lot of stuff. But just to name the most recent one was the TikTok integration, which was a huge deal for us. Obviously, TikTok opens a great opportunity for our drop shippers, for our business owners to expand their market and reach out to more customers. So it was also really important for us to launch it as soon as possible. So even though it was kind of pressuring, but it was also an exciting time as well, just to challenge ourselves to prove that hey, we can actually do it. Thankfully, we have the most amazing tech team that is just great to work with, supporting each other, always bringing bright ideas to the table. So yeah, I would say it was the biggest challenge, but at the same time, it was one of the most exciting challenges as well.
Yeah, yeah, TikTok is a recent big achievement. I definitely agree. Uh, Many of you go to TikTok app marketplace, and you can freely set up your TikTok shop. I see that Mulani shop there on Instagram is already making tons of money with Supliful, so that's really great to hear. Again, we are here to support you and make sure that you can become successful with your businesses, and that is constantly on the top of our minds, constantly listening what your needs are, and therefore also Alina here to understand what type of product features we need to continue to add in order to improve on our offering. Um, but okay, so a lot of learnings, a lot of projects and achievements, um, and there must definitely come some kind of a learning. So what would you say are the key learnings that you gained while working either on this latest TikTok project or in general at Supliful throughout these years?
Well, you actually said one of the key words is never stop learning, because you can be as smart as you want to be, but our world, especially the tech world, it evolves so quickly. And if you don't continue to learn and educate yourself about new things that come up or things that have been already around for years, you're not going to grow, and you're not going to give your business an opportunity to grow. So yeah, as well as I mentioned, this world changes really quickly. So you have to be flexible. You have to be able to adapt to the situation you're being put in, because one day, especially in the CPG world, trends tend to change so quickly. One day something's popular, the other day it's a completely different thing. So you have to adapt all the time. uh, and just be structured with your work. You need to set yourself goal. You need to understand how you're gonna get there. Have a step-by-step plan, and just stick to it. So it's structured and discipline.
Yes, discipline, big part of my routine, and as you know, one of our core values and virtues at Supliful. Because yes, sometimes it's difficult to stay the course and continue doing the work, and it requires definitely a lot of discipline. So anyone who is joining. Recently, we're having a live stream together with Alina. Alina is not one of our, but is the first team member that full time joined Supliful almost 3 years ago. She's a product manager in charge of making sure that we implement different kind of features that ensure our mission becomes a reality, where we want to empower entrepreneurs and enable any business to launch efficiently and operate at scale their own skincare, supplement, or functional food brands effortlessly. Then we have a couple of questions. We see that we get a few negative reviews on TikTok. Alexander, thanks for the question. All of them because of bad communication with your customers. How you fix it? So number one is that I definitely um, suggest you to read all of the replies to the negative reviews, the one-star reviews we have. We try to genuinely respond to them. It's not that we don't have fuck ups, we do. And from time to time, it's just a reality and a part of a business. The only ones that kind of don't get any negative feedback is the ones that just don't do anything. And it's just the state of reality. Yes, recently we also got a very extensive review about how Supliful operates, what are the challenges, and I'm personally crafting a response message to that review. It was quite extensive, and we are aware of multitude of these challenges. We understand that sometimes it's a it's a situation where there is just a chain reaction of one event after a bad event, but it's something that happens, and again, as long as me personally, I stay honest to myself and did the best job that I can, and I know that my team is also doing the best job that they can. We feel proud of what we're doing, and just have to deal with those comments or negative reviews. And of course, negative feedback is also good, because we're definitely taking into account and adding that to a product roadmap to ensure that we reduce these type of situations. All right. So We have about questions about products, about creatines from Chris. Thanks for the question. Um, so adding more product sizes with 100 servings. In general, yes, we are taking now also your comment into account, adding to our pipeline. And as this brings up to more priority to our product list, we will be working towards that. Um, then, okay, Wasian Bro username or tag or handle. You're communicating great. That is at least my experience. Thanks. That's encouraging. That's really encouraging. Edward also has good communication with Supliful. That's also great to hear. So long we take so flaneur de temp. The only problem that I have with Supliful is that sometimes after placing an order, you guys take so long to put the ID order. Aline, maybe you can comment on this one.
I'm not really sure what this viewer is referencing to by ID order. Usually, when a Shopify order comes in, you either have to have your Shopify set to automated fulfillment request sending or manual one. If it's manual, then you have to click on each order and click the send fulfillment request. If it's automated, they should appear in your Supliful account right away. I hope that's what the question was about. If not, please specify in the comments. So I will be happy to answer it then.
So you see a person who has really worked on the product in detailed answer. So something I can probably deliver. But okay, we talked a bit about what kind of insights and learnings, and you talked a lot about that you need to be a learner every day, and what are maybe the resources how you stay up to date with the latest trends and then advancements in the product, and then where do you even sometimes gain inspiration?
It's anywhere and everywhere at once. It's starting with the most basic resources such as YouTube and Reddit, and ending with video courses and specialized articles. In our day and age, there's so much learning material out there, even for free, that I don't know. It just feels sad that people don't realize it. You don't have to spend thousands or even hundreds to learn new things. It's right there in the internet. That's why that way internet, obviously there are some bad parts of it, but at the same time there's just so many magnificent parts of the internet that will help you learn and help you grow as a person and as a uh, personally and in your career as well.
And do you have any type of like specific maybe books or literature that you are taking care of? And also, by the way, if I remember correctly, you enrolled in an online university. How that is going?
Yeah, at one point I did enroll. Unfortunately, I had to drop out just because we had so much work to do, and obviously that was a top priority. I am planning to finish it at one point in my life, sooner or later. Yeah, regarding books, I'm not gonna be able to name just a few from the top of my head, and I just don't want to give misinformation by messing up the name of the author or something.
All right, all right, all right. Fair enough, fair enough. I saw one comment. I think I'd love to address from Minimo Nutrition to add context on the communication and recalculation of restock dates. Yes, I definitely agree that we are. I would say it's not the best communication in terms of how we ensure that we timely notify all the brands about the stock levels. But you have to understand there are two things what we are doing. So one thing is that we are counting on our partners also and on their commitment on, let's say, deliver the product on a specific time. So we are keeping in general stock for about 4 to 6 weeks, and of course spikes from time to time might happen, but generally for most of the partners there's a 2 week restock time, right? But there are of course situations where where like, let's say, first of all, a product spikes, and at the same time that supplier is communicating to you that unfortunately we cannot deliver in the specified 2 week time that specific protein or product. And therefore this is where that situation happens, where we just bluntly say, okay, sorry, we're out of stock. I understand that we maybe too directly tell it to you and don't explain in more detail the context around why this has happened. But of course, it's always in our best interest to make sure that there are no out of stock situations. And to limit those out of stock situations, there has been multiple live streams, multiple Ask Me Anything sessions on towards what we are doing to ensure that these challenges are being mitigated. But but it's not a one day or tomorrow fix. It takes time. So one example what we are doing, if for example currently our algorithms are pretty much calculating on a historical basis the expected demand, so it's all based on historic sales data. um, Once we build out an algorithm that has more like predictability, then our stock planning will also increase and become much more better and more precise. So this is just one example of what we're doing to making sure that that we reduce these out of stock situations. And as you exactly say, we should be better in our communication when we say like why a specific item is out of stock. Explain a bit more broader the context. But to date, this hasn't been done, and we are aware of that. Chris, about the proteins, this has been coming. Okay, Thomas already replied. Our head of marketing. Real-time updates, yeah, so that's the thing about real-time updates. We cannot really give you real-time updates because it would not give you the right signals about a specific product in stock. We are thinking about maybe introducing some sort of levels, but it's still under discussion, because you have to understand that from time to time there are multiple brands selling the same product, and there are different dynamics happening in the background. That by us just telling you the stock count wouldn't mean that you would make the best decision in terms of how to proceed with your sales. Okay. And yeah, so regarding proteins, again, this is the first delay. Well, in a nutshell, we try to do our best to get back on the proteins, and then we just did a bad planning process. We didn't properly make sure that it is executed, and then that's the situation as is. But okay, we have still some more things to discuss with Alina. Let's get back to you. So looking ahead, maybe if you think about like 12 months from today, what would you say that our community, what kind of features maybe we have in our pipeline that might be exciting for the Supliful businesses that want to launch in the coming months? And yeah, then more, let's say, in the next kind of 5 years, where do you think Supliful will be?
Right. If we're talking about short-term plans, like 5 and 7 months ahead, we have really, really grand plans for our platform, for our services, and we just had a meeting about this, and we're so excited to bring it all to you guys. Well, first of all, obviously, we want to make your experience with Supliful even smoother, cleaner, even more enjoyable, and give you the whole ownership of your business of what you're doing with Supliful. So we're going to be improving the user dashboard where you'll be able to pretty much do anything you would like, see your statistics, manage your orders, manage your returns, and stuff like that. Give maybe more customization options, wink, wink. But other than that, obviously continue to work on more integrations, potentially maybe Amazon or Walmart or who knows. Obviously, the bigger fish in this pond are also really eager to start customizing their own products, which potentially maybe in the next 7 months would become a reality as well for a lot of you guys. So those are just to name a few because we have so much more planned for you. As I said, we just cannot wait to actually build it and present to you and see your feedback.
Yeah, thanks, Aline. And also on top of that, we will become way more vocal about what type of new features we are deploying every day. And for example, in May, we both on the back end and on the user-facing, customer-facing side, we deployed, I think, more than 15 releases, our tech team, and it's a really great achievement. But okay, Aline. So we're closing in on the live stream, and I have a set of some fun rapid fire, questions. So
Okay,
are you ready to do this?
let's do it.
All right, all right. So the first thing that comes to your mind, just respond it. So favorite supplement product.
Protein,
Okay, one word to describe Supliful.
amazing.
All right, I like these. Morning person or night owl?
Morning person,
Okay, okay. Favorite productivity tool?
Notion.
Yes,
Who would
exactly.
have thought?
Who would have thought, right? All right. Best piece of advice you ever received?
Never stop growing.
Okay, good one, good one. What's your hidden talent?
None of my talents are hidden. They're all out.
Okay, good one, good one. So, and then the last one, if you could have dinner with one person, dead or alive, who would it be?
Ooh, that's an interesting one. Let's say Freddie Mercury. I just adore him.
Okay, yeah, that's really really an inspiring person, historical person for sure. All right, so yeah, thanks pretty much everyone for joining. Thanks, Alina, for joining us today, sharing your experience. It's been, I think, exciting for the rest of the people who see who are else behind building Supliful. And as always, thanks to all of you joining today. Again, feel free to leave your comments. Feel free to add what else you want to hear on these live streams. We again will continue to do this. We think it's valuable for people that build on top of Supliful to know who are the people actually doing this. So yeah, let's tune in again next week, and great seeing you all. Peace. Bye.
Bye.